All right, we got more of this snaking yourself for you. This has been a crazy week. So apparently, 6 Dr. Seuss books have been banned. So let me read this title.
Oh my God.
6 Dr. Seuss books won't be published anymore because they portray people in hurtful and wrong ways. Blah, blah, blah. 6 Dr. Seuss books will no longer be published because they portray people in horrible, hurtful, wrong ways. The business that preserves the author's legacy said. The titles are, And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street, If I Ran the Zoo, McElligot's Pool. Did I say that right? McElligot's? McElligot's?
Mm-hmm.
McElligot's Pool, On Beyond Zebra, Scrambled Eggs Super.
I ain't gonna lie, these some Dr. Seuss books I've never heard.
Me neither, honestly.
Yeah, me neither.
The Cat's Quizzer.
And To Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street, that's a fucking,
a movie,
that's a
right?
crime novel. Like,
that's what I
I don't know
thought.
if that's a Dr. Seuss book.
Mulberry Street, I know that because of that, what he's saying. And also, let's play a game. Let's look at all these covers and see if we can guess.
Why?
Well,
Why?
It's based off
It
characterization.
said the content, didn't it?
It said portray people in
Yeah, we'll just judge the book by cover. Let's do it.
let's
All right.
do it.
Okay, right? We're doing this.
If I ran the zoo, let's think
So
of
the
the
first
most
one is
racist
If I
thing
Ran
we
the
could-
Zoo. Here's the cover. It's got this black and white looking Dr. Seuss character with a teal. Is that teal?
Teal nose?
nose?
Yeah. I say like a mint.
Ooh, I think teal's
Yeah, it's
better.
like a mint. Yeah.
But I
just
see
wanted
the
to say
mint, though.
mint.
Yeah, no. Mint sounds good, though. Ice cream?
He said,
Because I was thinking of mint ice cream
If
immediately.
I ran the zoo, okay, let's.
I just don't see it still.
Let me take
go
a stab
for it.
here.
Go,
okay.
go.
This Dr. Seuss book was written by Houston, Texas owner. I forgot his last name. The one who passed away recently, who said we can't let the inmates run the jail, and so he wrote this book from the perspective of the players, as in the inmates or the animals in the zoo. This is a reverse. What's that farm book that's about
Animal Farm?
Animal Farm.
Reverse
There you go.
Animal Farm. That's my take.
All of this is going to be a stretch, but sure.
I'm sure If I Ran the Zoo is fucking racist. That's the core
That has to be
issue.
racist, right?
It has to be racial.
Like they have to be saying it's racist. Is what I'm saying. Not that the book is actually racist, but they have it. Like he's saying, it has to be a racial thing that they're having a problem with the book. The zoo.
Yeah,
I just want to see the book. I don't know. It's hard for me to
all
judge
of
the
them.
book by the cover. It's hard for me to do that.
But-
I want to see the book now.
It can't be If I Ran. We don't run no more. We walkers. It can't be that. So it has to be the zoo part.
All right, we got 6. Let's go to the next one.
Dude, look up the fucking The Monster too. He's just like, I ran this zoo. Whatever this racist zoo is. Like,
Racist monster.
Yeah, that's what a racer look at you like. Look at his eyes like, if I ran in the zoo, you motherfucker.
Yeah, he looked like he dropped the N-word a couple of times.
All right, let's go down to The Cat's Quizzer. Are you smarter than the cat in the hat? Yeah, I don't know about this one, guys. John, you're the clever one over here. Let's see what you got.
Okay. Hear me out.
Please.
Are you smarter than a...
Oh, man. All right, we're moving by this
And
one
anybody who
immediately.
fails is immediately incensed.
Next one. Scrambled Eggs Super.
I don't know what this one could be, man. I'm generally stumped by this one.
I
I
don't
actually
like-
like that title.
I was about to say, I don't know. It sounds like a good anime.
Yeah, right?
A scrambled eggs, super.
A comedy, though. Like that one cooking anime.
Yup.
Like, I don't know what the fuck they pulled out of this. Like, who does this oppress or upset?
Hey,
Like, what?
what if this one is just more dark, and the eggs belong to another bird person? And
Oh,
she's
look, here,
eating them?
listen to this. This one.
Maybe it's because she's a bird and she's doing the conformist thing and taking care of
Oh!
eggs. And
Yeah,
Yes!
it says right here. So, 2 specific examples according to the study are found in the books The Cat's Quizzer, Are You Smarter Than Blah Blah Blah, and If I Ran the Zoo. In Cat's Quizzer, the Japanese character is referred to as a Japanese, has a bright yellow face, and is standing on what appears to be Mount Fuji. Regarding If I Ran the Zoo, the study points out another example of Orientalism and white supremacy. The 3 and only 3
we're
Asian
halfway.
characters.
That's like half credit. White supremacy. If I ran the zoo, that's racial. That's half credit.
it's
Right?
racial.
Yeah, you right? You did it. The 3 Asian characters who are not wearing conical hats are carrying a white male on their heads in If I Ran the Zoo. The white male is not only on top of and being carried by these Asian characters, but he is also holding a gun, illustrating dominance. The text beneath the Asian characters describe them as helpers who all wear their eyes at a slant from countries no one can spell. The study
I have a
authors
question.
wrote.
Sorry, does nobody remember that little animation we watched as kids where they had Asian actual kids with the straw hats on and that like
Oh
those,
yeah, I know what
we've
you're
seen
talking
some
about.
actual racist cartoons, but that's besides the point. I see where this ends. I think I finally got where the snake tail ends, Gene.
Go.
We're gonna stop showing information that actually existed. Like for example, Roots is
Okay.
gonna get canceled because it shows slavery. And that makes people feel uncomfortable because
I
you're
hope
depicting
not. I hope
slaves you're depicting men. We're depicting factual incidents, but soon the fact of it won't matter. It will only matter what it's representing and showing a white guy in
No,
power.
like context
and
doesn't matter. Anything. The substance,
exactly the
meaning.
fact that
It's
it's
just the fact that.
historical documentation won't matter, and it'll just be, look at this white guy whooping black people. I don't want my kid to see this. And that's where
I
we'll
do
leave
agree
it.
with that. I just hope that we like preserve it in some way so that we can show it to people that it's something that we used to do. Like I actually do think that that description for Asian people in that book is actually very offensive. I was just thinking that I have a lot of respect for Germans that I've met that have left Germany to actually study World War II and its events and the way their country transpired them and stuff like that from the outside, because it kind of shows me like the person actually wants to know what their people did, because in Germany it's like a lockdown on the information of what happened from 1938 to 1945 essentially. And to me, like that's kind of a good thing because I'm not thinking that person's trying to replicate it. I'm thinking that person's trying to make sure they don't make the same mistake. So I feel like if we completely cut out all of this stuff, then we'll just end up
We'll
making
repeat
the
it.
same mistake again.
Exactly. I completely agree. I'm right there with you.
So I want to read this real quick, and then let's transition topics. I'm not gonna lie to you. This whole like infinity snake right now is burning me out a little bit, dog. So I don't understand this. So the study also argues that since the majority of human characters in Dr. Seuss books are white, his works inadvertently or not center whiteness and thus perpetuate white supremacy. But my problem here is all the drawings are black and white. So if you wanted them to draw other characters, wouldn't that be even more racist then? An Asian would be yellow, a black person would be black. It like I don't know. I feel like they're trying to find a problem in things.
There's no way to. Okay, let me put it like this. How would he draw an Asian in it? Let's put it like this. Because have you guys ever been to? If you travel to other, like when I went to London, right? There you go. That's the word. Somebody drew me a caricature. There's no way for a caricature not to be offensive if you look at it literally.
Yeah.
So now if we're talking about a Dr. Seuss cartoon where all the characters are imaginative, even their shapes, the dimensions of their body are imaginative. When he draws an Asian person, how does he draw that without being
Stereotypical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be forced to draw a white character with simple hair. Or I guess curly hair or black character. What features would you put that wouldn't make it seem racist? Eventually, white people are going to be calling white people racist against white people.
Like in all these book covers you've been seeing, like all the characters have been, well, except for this one, but I feel like it's just a cover, have been black and white.
Oh yeah,
There's been some
like
colors
that,
here and there, but yeah, the book has always been just like pencil drawings.
100%. That's what I'm saying. There's no way you draw. Like, how do you draw that without? They're caricatures. How do you draw that without being offensive to a race? That's why the characters are mostly made up. Because you just drew people like that, the whole shit be looking racist.
And in the time frame this was written too, like we were pretty ignorant of all the culture.
So cancel anime soon. Watch.
Oh gosh, I hope not. Because even though anime, the mainstream of anime is kind of bugged me, but yeah. So what do you got, Doc?
I was just say, I was like, anime's already starting to get a little woke, but it depends though, because Japanese culture is very categorized. Like they categorically make things for boys and they make it for girls. They don't have the same mentality of like, well, this one's for everyone. They handpick their products.
I think that's fine too, honestly.
No, we were talking about something similar when we were talking about how like the same the same, not stereotypes, but the same kind of groups exist in their culture that exist here. But like they're able to hyper focus on it, like how in their animes, there's always like the biker guy dresses a certain way.
Yeah.
He has a mohawk, or he has like the
That
hair, the
extended-
bang,
yeah.
or the high school bang.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the
With
characters
Yu Yu
really
Hakusho, what's his
generalize.
name? With the orange hair.
With the sword.
Yeah, with the sword. What was his name?
I don't know.
Fuck, what was his name?
His best friend.
Yeah.
And he thought he died.
Oh, Kuwabara.
Kuwabara!
There
Yeah.
we go.
That
Yeah,
hairstyle.
Messi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Voice.
his stupid ass voice. Yeah, but no, they stereotype, but because they're all one race, it's not as
Homogenous.
It's exactly.
Yeah,
it's
and they're
not
also
seen as-
like a small island, bro. That's like less than the size of Texas.
It's not
No, but
that
I'm saying
small.
the
That's-
groups themselves won't see. They won't see themselves being stereotyped as something
Negative?
oppressive,
Okay.
because there's literally no race involved, but they're the same type of people. There's black bikers, there's white bikers, there's whatever.
Instead of
it
viewing
is.
it as oppression, it's more viewed as like a shame kind of thing.
Exactly, or you just.
And that's big in Japanese culture, shame.
That's it.
They have
That's
no
the only way
problem
you can
with
do it
shaming.
is shame them.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's almost like just representation of a demographic.
All right, let's
they
do
also
this.
they also like to remix things, but it's funny because I actually like it when they remix, because I don't know if you've ever heard of Japan being called the remix culture, but they take things from that they've seen over here and then they make whatever they make with it over there,
100%.
and they flip the concept. So like look at Fire Force, that anime. They literally flipped Christianity. The devils are the good guys and the angels are the bad guys. And so, and the same thing happens to Final Fantasy all the time. So like, they interpret things their own way and they create a remix of what they're viewing so that they can sell products within their own country. But if that was to kind of happen in the United States, it'd be called cultural appropriation.
100%.
And so it's kind of hard to
That's exactly
to
what I
draw
was
a line
talking
on
about.
it.
That's exactly what I was talking about. And they're freely able to move
Fire Force
amongst
is a good
themselves
anime, man.
because, like you said, they're homogenous. What's up, guys? Thanks for watching a clip of Fake Deep Thinking. If you like what you heard, be sure to subscribe, like the clip, leave a comment, and check out our page for more content. Full episodes of Fake Deep Thinking are released every Friday on Podbean, iTunes, and Spotify. Check it out.